그리고 카메라 돌릴 때 이거 누르면 되고 이렇게 앞으로 가거든. 최대한 좀 가까이 하는 게 좋을 것 같아. 소리가 잘 안 들리니까. 이거는 나 도와줄 때 놔야 되고 아니면 지금 좀 해도 되고. Alright, we're setting up. 1 second, folks. Let's see how that works. Oh, whoops. There we go. I think this also bends somehow. 아닌가? 응? Why is it looking weird? Rotation is locked. Rotate device back. Hope I don't have to do this live again. What the heck is happening? Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay. 근데 이거 봐야 되겠다. Ah, that's what it is. Oh, it is pretty long. Oh, no wonder. I didn't see this one till now. What the hell? Here, you hold this one. You don't need it this high right now, but see, this will also go up and down. Oh, like this, only this way, not the other way. Yeah, okay. Nice. Alrighty, what's up? I'm gonna make some air layers today. And again, I'm gonna be talking loud because it's windy, and also we have, some distance from me and the camera, and also the connection might not be perfect. So this is gonna be like a test kind of a thing. But right now we're in front of some star fruit trees in our kind of tabla jungle that we were trying to acquire right now. We're trying to get the lease that's left for 20 years, as you guys know. We have 30% pledged, so we'll see if more people are willing to join in. But before we're sure that this land is safe, what we're working on now, after 3 months of me working life and death, night and day, now I'm working on taking trees off this land and planting it on friends' lands. And again, for people who don't know, because I'm reaching out to Anastasia community members as well, for people who don't know, Saipan is a land protected by something called Article 12, which means that only the locals, only the natives can own land. Now, what that means is there's no land tax, there's no property tax, and at the same time, it's not like Guam or Hawaii where tourists have come in and completely ruined the place. So, in many ways, if you have friends in Saipan or if you have family in Saipan that are natives that own land, you are set for life. So we're in a island in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere, and protected by this Article 12 that makes it so that land cannot be taken away from the rightful owner. So with that, now I'm going to get some starfruit trees to plant on my friends' properties with Article 12. But just know that there's a land that we're standing on right here. Maybe you can show them my feet. That we're standing on right here. That is, come back to my face. That is, 20 years left on this lease, with a pending lease extension, and then over 100 trees, some of which we are making some air layers on. These are 9 starfruit trees and a baby one, a 10th baby one. Right now they're resting, but they fruit real well. Anyhow, we're working on getting some roots from them. We're getting some branches from them, So again, that we can plant on our friends' lands where we can come back and enjoy anytime. So, and not only do we have opportunity in Saipan, we have opportunity elsewhere too. We have Rhoda, we have, I don't really like Tinian too much, but Rhoda, definitely. We got the Northern Islands, so lots of places to expand. So I have a little bit of a, oh, do we need to get some more dirt in Zook?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So maybe you
Yeah.
can kind of stand it up a little bit, or just stand it down just right now and just get some dirt. You open it, tilt it up a little bit towards me. Just leave it, get some dirt first. The dirt's more important. Is the bag heavy, or do you think I can just bring it up? I can just bring it up, right? Pass. Pass. Good job. So first you're gonna need some good dirt. Hey, by the way, guys, I am a yeah, come up closer to me. I am a novice at this. I've just learned. So from somebody who has just learned very recently, I'm gonna start teaching you the basics for those who also want to learn, huh? So was this not the tree I was working on? I don't see the cuts. Oh no, I see it. It's a little bit higher. Okay. So the first thing you need, again, is some dirt. You need something to enclose the dirt. I think it's better if it's darker, because if it's dark like this, then basically what that'll do is it'll keep the sunlight out. Because roots don't usually like sunlight. Most roots don't. Sure. Since I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to tie my hair back. But yeah, most roots don't like sunlight, you know, so it's better if we limit the light coming in. And we have to keep the moisture up. So, is everything okay in Zook?
Video's kind of dark.
The video's dark? That's okay. But they can still see me, right?
Barely.
Barely? We'll see after the stream. Okay, anyhow. So, what's needed to make air layers is, yeah, darkness, some soil. Better if it's darker soil, right? Something that the roots will really love. And then, you know, obviously moisture in the soil. So the soil has to be a little bit wet. Is this soil wet right now? I think it's wet enough. Means we did scrape some dry stuff as well, so I think I gotta mix it a bit. And then the other thing we're doing is, while we're stacking this dirt in, I would say at least a big fist, maybe for small people, 2 fists together. That's how much dirt you want in it. Because if it's too little dirt, I don't think the roots will be as it won't thrive as much. But you can also factor in, like, if you do a small air layer, it'll probably root quicker, I'm guessing. So if it's a small stem, then it'd be better to make, yeah, something more very simple and tentative, and make a very small cut. But if it's a big one, you probably want more dirt and more time for that dirt, for the root to fill in the dirt that you're putting on the tree. So another thing we're doing here, which is what you guys should always be practicing. Oh, we got some chickens trying to fight. What you guys should always be practicing is mulch. You know, you might as well call me Tarzan Professor Mulch, okay? Because mulching is probably my most favorite thing, philosophically and literally, because mulch gives you everything that a poor condition does not. So it gives you moisture, but it also gives you aeration. You know, if there's too much moisture, it drains for you. You know, it gives you the soil to the nutrients. So mulch is really your best friend. So here, let's see. So I put in some, I don't know if I can show you guys, but I put in some dirt. Can you go a little bit further and come in from a sideways angle? Back, just right back there, right here. And then come and then go higher. Yeah, that's better. So you guys can see here a little bit of grass and a little bit of soil in a plastic bag, which I'm going to wrap around. What? What?
I cannot see you.
Are you sure?
Should I go up?
Here, give me the phone. Or maybe because the sun's that way, maybe you should film the other way. I think it's fine, Insu. Here. Here, go from the other side then. As Inzuk makes her way to the southern side of me.
The same.
Huh? Same? No, it's gonna be better. Because the sun's coming in from here, so. Let's see. So I have a cut, I have a few cuts over there, so I'm gonna make my way over there. And I told Inzuk this morning, but you have to practice climbing the trees barefoot because you're not gonna always have shoes. You know, so it's good to make a habit of barefoot climbing because then you can always climb because, you know, you can always take off your shoes. But if there's only one, hey, the angle's wrong, Inzuk. But if there's only one shoe that you're comfortable with climbing in, then sometimes you're not gonna have those shoes. So it's good to make a habit of, I need to get a string here. I'm going to get with my foot. Make sure you get this on camera. Here, so it's good to, why is this string so short? You can use tape as well, by the way, guys. But yeah, so it's a good habit to start climbing without your shoes. And by the way, you're grounding at the same time via the tree, you know? So, I've also heard spit can be a rooting hormone. You're going to need some glasses, aren't you, Inzu? So I've also heard spit can be, 아니면 각도를 좀 틀리게 해봐.
Oh, same.
Stick it through the tree, yeah. But yeah, so spit, I've heard, can also be a rooting hormone. So utilize that well. So at the same time, I'm moisturizing the root or the stem that I've cut, which I will show you, me doing it again after I wrap this one. And after you moisturize it, again, you're trying to keep the moisture, the soil, all of that in. It's nice if it's a little bit warmer too, just so you're simulating what it would be like if the tree was covered in dirt in a natural situation, right? Because sometimes a tree will fall over and it has to make new roots. So that would be the time where something like this would happen. Oh, it looks like this string is too short to wrap around twice. So I'm going to wrap it once at the bottom, wrap it once at the top. And we'll see what happens, huh? If you guys can see at all. I don't think it's as bad as you're saying. I think when they see it, it'll be better. I say, Inzu, make it higher and make the angle more flat. Right now you're pointing into the sun. We have to use our common sense, you know?
I cannot
Make it higher.
I cannot see.
There's more, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Higher.
Can I go up?
Huh?
I can go up.
You can come up? So you're gonna pass it to me? Wait, why didn't you connect the charger? What's up, folks? So here's one already done. So if you put a little more dirt, it's probably even better. That's how it looks for now. Here's a cut of another one that I'm going to be working on. Oh, these legs are not good at all. Okay, yeah, here's the cut of another one. So you cut at the bottom, you cut at the top, and you kind of scrape it off for the best results. So as we wait for Inzuk to come up here. Or can you stay there or no? Not comfortable? Or how about back there? Don't drop the basket, okay? So Inzuk, she reads about Anastasia and all these naturalist books, but she's a very beginner climber, huh? Gotta climb better than that. Naturalist and all. Are you still wearing your shoes? Oh, you're not wearing your shoes. Nice. Okay. It might be easier to control if you shrink this now. Huh? So here, why don't you make something and I record? Make those balls. So yeah, she's gonna make a plastic wrap for this thing over here. Means like when this is 30%, we're gonna have to charge. But for now, we're good. Yeah, now it's 57. So yeah, I mean, did I get bit here? What the heck is that? But anyhow, so you know, our work would be a lot easier if we could just get this land and just work on this land. And obviously we would do some air layering and spread into other lands as well, but I do want to focus on this land for the time being, if that's possible, if we do get the support, because yeah, this land, again, it has lots of fruit trees and it's a great land to kind of jump off of, you know, as a springboard kind of a thing. So really excited to see if things work out. If not, again, we're planting a lot of fruit on friends' places, so I'm not too worried. This has way too little soil. Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe just one more handful of soil. She's dropping all the soil, huh? Okay, maybe get a string too, is it? And show them this. Bring the camera here.
Because I cannot see it. 내가 어디를 포인트 해야 되는지 안 보이니까.
Yes, you can.
안,
Man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to tie it up here. There we go. So that's kind of how I do it. Probably not the best way, not the worst way, but I'm hoping it works. So just make sure the soil inside is moist, and then it's better if it's covered from light. But you know, even if it's not covered from light, I've seen it work. And yeah, what else? Yeah, tie it up, leave it for a month or two. And for this size, yeah, in a month or two, I think we'll be ready to take some off the tree. So why don't you make a couple more very small ones for these two? But yeah, I mean, something very interesting about the star apple trees is I feel like it's the perfect tree for chicken to go up, if that makes any sense. But yeah, there's actually a view over here, which is pretty fantastic. Yeah, Inzuk, even if you can't see, they can probably still see, because it's just dark. But anyhow.
What I mean is I don't know where to
Point.
yeah, point.
Well, that's kamgak, you know? You kind of sense where the camera is on the phone, and you do it by feel. You don't try to. Hmm? That's why a lot of people need to work on feeling. Hmm? Good? Why don't you make 2? So we can do 2 in a row. Oh, not enough what? Soil? There's soil right under you. Go get it. Here, leave this in the buckets and go get it, because I can't even do it right now while I'm talking to these guys here. Hmm? Oh, what's up? Let's see. I'm gonna check the chat. Can I even check the chat? I don't even know. Oh, I think I just turned it on actually. Yeah, I have no clue how to check this. But I'm sure if you guys chat, it'll come up because I've switched it to live chat now, so. Inzuk, what, are you causing trouble? Rick, pick it up. What? Is it too heavy? Yeah, we're like 2 meters off the ground, so you have to understand technical difficulties here. Huh? Or you can just leave it there and just put in the dirt. You don't have to put the dirt in there. Miss Lady here working twice as hard for no reason. I appreciate the effort. Huh?
Make one now?
Yeah, we need 2.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought it'd be a little bit therapeutic here. And you know, sometimes there's some gem downloads while I'm up on these trees, so might as well be working and talking at the same time. Hmm? Are you done, lady? Just do it with your hands, not the coconut.
Oh, this is better.
Done? Did you make another one?
Yes.
Okay, here, hold. Here, switch the camera. Or is it already in the front camera? No, it's the back camera. There we go. Here. Yeah, this one doesn't need to be too big. You put a lot, right? So we'll do it anyway. This one's a very skinny stick. Actually, I'm gonna rub my spin on it first. Again, rooting hormone, and it gives moisture, and the tree now recognizes my DNA. The first thing it's taken in if it becomes a new root is my DNA. So now you might ask, what good does it do it if the tree, senses some, blood or spit or, hair follicles or sperm or, what good does it do? Or pee? Well, as those who do urine therapy, again, I'm still questioning that entirely, but I'm sure there are good uses for urine therapy. The tree recognizes your info. And if it recognizes your info, it's going to start building its structure off of I need a string, off of the lack of info thereof. So, you realize a tree is like a scientist. It's constantly developing itself. It's constantly new. And it's constantly researching, what's the best way to handle the wind? What's the best way to handle the soil? What's the best way to handle the water? What's the best way to handle the sun? So as it's researching that, it's also researching you. What's peeing around me? How can I help what's peeing around me pee around me better? What's pooping around me? How many toxins are in the poop around me? So the tree is constantly experimenting and working off of itself, you know. Again, I'm no professor. I haven't studied anything in academia nature. I mean, maybe some YouTube videos here and there, but I'm just learning. And that's how it should be. It should be common sense. We should know that the tree is alive. We should know that the tree is learning because we are alive and we are learning. Give me another one. Way too much dirt because this one is a very skinny one. Yeah, it's even going to be hard to put on with this much dirt. This one's so skinny. Yeah, this is probably not the best one. If it's too skinny, you know, I think sometimes it's not developed enough to make these roots. But we'll try anyway, because again, I don't know everything, so I got to experiment and see for myself. You know, I can always take other people's word for it, but what's more valuable than taking other people's word is figuring it out for yourself. And I'm very much of a guy who wants to be able to do things even if nobody helps me. Obviously, I'm going to go look for help from kind men and women. String, please. Oh, I have one. From kind men and women. But I also respect a man who can do things on his own. And actually, I recorded a video I didn't release yet because it's a little bit controversial, but I really do believe women like men that can survive on their own. You know, if a man can't survive by himself, how can he survive with a woman? Yeah, this one's a little bit too skinny, but who cares? Who cares? We try it. So, because of the camera angle, I might even go for this one. Because it's right in front of me. Maybe the one back here. Here, I think it needs to be more like that. The camera's pointing this way, okay? So it means it has to be a little bit like this. And maybe you can pull it back and in front of you now. Yeah. Got some chickens crowing in the background. So it's my theory, I'm not sure, but I think in Korea they call them noon, they call them eyes. But I'm thinking that these little stem points will also give roots, you know? It's just a theory of mine. I'm sure on some trees that's not the case. I'm sure on some trees that's more the case, but it's a working theory. And some mucus removal there. So yeah, best activity to remove mucus is nature, folks. There's nothing better to remove that poison shit from your body than to sit in a tree while the wind is blowing, making air layers. Powering a what do you call it? Not a coconut, a chicken crow. Or cockadoodle or whatever they call it. And actually, I'm not a big fan of starfruit. Other people are. So I'm actually doing this mostly for other people. I was even considering skipping starfruit altogether because I'm not even a big fan. But it is good and it does give you lots of water. That's not a coconut, you know, because coconut gives me the most water, but I think the second most water supplying fruit could be starfruit. And I always characterize starfruit as the candy fruit, but I've never really liked candy, so. So I'm not sure about the scientific name for it, but there's a certain skin layer you have to take off like this, or else the roots won't come out. It'll just heal itself. And what's really funny and kind of poetic is that when you cut a tree's skin like this, if it dries up, it'll kill it, right? But again, now that I'm putting roots on it, there's a high chance it'll survive. So very interesting idea there, that something that can kill the tree can also make a clone of a tree and give it a whole different life. But again, as we always say, and don't let me forget to tell you guys, that growing from seed is a lot better than what I'm doing here, air layering. It's just that seeds take so dang long. As someone who's only lived 23 years, it's hard to wait that long, you know? So this is the shortcut version of having fruits on a tree. But because nature doesn't always respect the shortcut, the tree will be disabled. So it'll fruit fast, you know, it'll grow in a disabled fashion, so you'll have to probably prune it. Yeah, it'll fruit fast, so that's the upside. If you plant it from seed, the form is perfect because nature is perfect. And it'll fruit in the long run more than the disabled tree did. It'll live longer. However, again, it'll take a lot longer for it to fruit heavily in the beginning. So that's the downside of not air layering and planting a seed. But in every other way than time and faster fruits, seed is better than air layering. So I just want to make that clear, that air layers are just a means to an end. It's just a transition method, because really we should be doing less work in the farm and just be planting those seeds. Do we have another thing ready? Not yet, right? Yeah, this one's going to be a thick one. Welcome, welcome, huh? Seriously, what is that? I think it's a mosquito bite. You know, I usually don't get mosquito bites on the face, but today, weird. A little more, a little more. This one's a thick one. Yeah, one more hand of soil. Here. So now my genetics get priority on this tree, because that's the first thing this tree has been in contact with. Unless someone's been peeing under the tree before. And maybe that's why I'm so fascinated with safeguarding genetics, because my name is Eugene, huh? So I'm concerned with figuring out how to save your genes, huh? But notice how in the word Genesis we also have the word gene, because without the code nothing can start. Or generation. How can something be generated if there's no information to generate it in the first place? Through information there is generation. And that's why we have to pass on good genetics for the next generation, huh? Can I have some string, please? Thank you. Because, you know, we should also live for the next generation and the generations before us, not just think very narrow-minded about, I would just want to benefit while I'm alive, you know? That's more of a mindset of a parasite. No, you should benefit those people that came before you, that have set down the foundation, the good foundations, leave the bad foundations, right? But, you know, respect the good foundations that have been set up before you, but also set up a good foundation right now for those to come after you. So just as we, you know, a tree is doing, you got to think about what came before and what comes after. And what connects before and after is this moment right now that I'm sharing with you in this live, which is why I love lives, because we get to share this living moment together. And I'm climbed up on a living tree, trying to take more living parts from it so that I can spread some more love with other people that are living around here, huh? There's another one. Okay. So, did quite a few. I think I'm gonna do everything else I can do that's in my reach. How much dirt wood do we have in the heavy bag? A lot, right? Okay. So then let's keep going on this side then. So I'm also here. Let me move the camera for a sec. I'm also make some more sums. I'm also trying to pick the branches that are facing slightly up, because if they're facing sideways, sometimes they're not going to do as well. So right now I'm kind of thinking the ones that are more kind of pointed upwards. And then the other thing you should maybe consider is this branch is like a young branch. What's up, Kingfisher? So this is a younger branch, and because of that, potentially it may not have what it needs to make roots. So I'm still experimenting with some younger branches, but it's better if it's older and thicker and the skin's more rough and all that, you know, because then it's ready to be its own tree or its own clone. So again, the clone is not an original, and therefore it's going to be disabled for the rest of its life. Only originals are enabled to make their own code, to make their own, actually, maybe the clones can make their own seed too, but anyhow, the original is the most important. That's why the seed is the most important, but the clones, again, are good for making many clones of fruit, making many more fruit. So that's cool too. A lot of citrus actually is clones, or bananas, for instance. You know, we don't plant bananas with seed anymore. You know, only the real original bananas. Most of it is a clone, or is cloning, or new sprouts, you know? So, yeah, you don't see much seed in the banana world. Which I don't know if that's very good or not. Probably a mix of both. But anyhow, let's see if I can get this kingfisher on the camera. Yeah, we really need a third cameraman. So she can help me with the soil process and all, and the cameraman can film. I don't know if you can see the wind rustling the trees. Quite the sound, quite the feeling of being in a tree while the wind is shaking it. It's a whole nother feeling being up on a coconut tree and having the coconut tree going back and forth in the wind. And holding on for dear life, eh? That's another funny feeling, huh? Is it looking good, Inzuk? You make 4? For me?
Yes, for you.
Ah, here.
4 for you.
4 for me, huh? But did I even make any cuts?
Oh,
Not
need
yet,
to
I don't
make
think,
it.
huh? No. So I'm gonna show you the process of making these cuts. This one's a dry branch here. Point at the branch, please. So dry branch, that can go away. You see how there's a small thing, a small branch coming out of this main branch? Well, I can either leave that or cut that and make that my cut there, or I can cut a little bit lower here, which is what I think I'm going to try to do. Actually, no, I'll cut lower on the next one, and I'll cut high on this one, so I can have some space between these two. And what I'll do is I'll start with the one behind to make it easier. Because if I did this one first, and then I go to this one, I'm going to have more trouble doing that in the back than if I do this one first and then do this one in the front. So, yeah, I think I'll do this, maybe this, and this. So maybe 4 right there, that Inzuk wrap for me. So, let's see. Can you check the battery for me real quick, Insuk? Probably like 50 now, no?
47.
Yeah, you see how fast it goes down? That's why it needs to be charging. Yeah, 30, we're gonna have to go down and plug it in. Because starting from 20% or so, it's almost like the technology starts failing because it's not enough energy to keep up its processes. Actually, there's another, oh, is it a dry one? Yeah, it's a dry one. Yeah, maybe Inzu try to scoop back a little bit so it's not just my head. So usually you can make a prettier cut, but since we're on top of a tree doing this, it's not so pretty, huh? Is this a dry one? Yeah. Dry ones will come off very easily, so you don't need to put a lot of strength into snapping dry branches. So if it doesn't snap easy, don't snap it. It could still be alive, just waiting for the next wave of energy to come in. There we go. Kind of hammering my knife into one of these branch points. I hope that's good enough. Maybe I'll make it a little bit more bigger on this side. All right, do we have one with a lot of dirt in Suk?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I get a string with it too. Or pass it up in a second here. I'm just going to scrape the layer. Lubricate it. Whenever I spit in my hand, it reminds me of the movie Shrek. How they were like at the villain village, and there was this lady that was cleaning dishes, but she would spit in it before cleaning it. It's always what I'm reminded of whenever I spit in my hand. Man, this is almost like too much. A little bit easier because it's leaning. I'm going to try to grab with this edge and then come over with the other edge. Grab with the short edge, come over with the other, you know? And kind of pinch it. I have some dirt falling off here, but you gotta do what you gotta do with however the means you can come up with to do it, huh? We have a string? Oh, thank you. Hold, and you kind of want to tie with the second edge coming in so it kind of holds that edge. So something like this. Oh, this does not look long enough to do both ends. I don't think, or maybe. No, it's not long enough. Or actually, maybe if I really force it. No. No more string? I wonder if this will tie with just a one knot, a single knot. think I do have to do a double knot, but I don't have enough string. Yeah, I need to start learning how to tie things too, because that's a very good skill. You know what? Let's just leave it and see how it does. I'll trust that it won't come off before the roots form, because I've only single knotted it. Yeah, you know what? Let me try. Let me try double knot. Yeah, if you can't get the frame of what I'm doing into, you can just point the camera at me. You don't have to get everything perfectly. Still not long enough. Sometimes double is better than single. Sometimes. Yeah, big thanks to Inzuk here, because without Inzuk I would not be able to stream this. Or at least not in the tree I wouldn't be able to, so. And you know what? I have enough space to do this lower over here, so I'm gonna actually keep this here, pointing a little bit to the right here. I'm gonna keep this stem because I actually have enough space, I think, to come around here. So yeah, best way to do it is kind of make a cut like this around the tree. Do the same on top, and you just start scraping away, you know? Just work your knife in there. If it's sharp, be real careful. If it's not sharp, you can be a little bit less careful, but still be careful. See, that's the thing with having a sharp knife. And you could transfer this over to having a sharp personality or a sharp mind, is that your mind cuts very sharp, you know, if you're a sharp person. So your actions actually have a lot more consequence, you know, especially if you know a lot, because you can, you can accrue a lot more consequence. And because of that, actually, the sharper the knife, the sharper the mind, the more careful you have to be so you don't cut yourself. Which is why, actually, for this instance right now on this land, that's why we're preparing to get off the land, because we have to be ready for anything. We have to be ready to move at a moment's notice because we're not attached to anything. However, we do want to find land, like Anastasia suggested, to root down and settle. Now, this land here, that's the 20-year thing. I think that's more of a learning place, a healing center, and then a possible 20-year lease extension after that, which could be up to 55 years. So it could be 70 years if we end up with the right tools and resources, but or 75 if we added 55 more to this lease. But at the same time, you know, it could be safer. Can I have another bag, please? It could be safer to just use a friend's land as well. So I think we should do both. So plan A is this valley land we're working on right now to stay on here. If you guys will help me raise. By the way, we have 10K in funds that have been fundraised from a sister that is pledging 33K. But again, I can't tell you that 33K is here before I have it. So right now we have 10K. So that is 1 out of 15 of what we need, right? Because we need 150K to lock this land down. Again, I think it's so worth it if you consider that the average US house is like at least 200K, like a good one, right? In a decent, half decent area. But, you know, it's usually in a suburb and you have to mow your lawn and all this bull crap, and you're living in the matrix and all around you is the matrix. Here we are on a paradise island. For if you divide 150K, it's less than $1,000 a month. Right? And for less than $1,000 a month for 20 years, you have access to hundreds of fruit trees that are already established, some of which I'm working on right now. And yeah, it's just, I think it's the equation of winning, is to have this as a jumping board as we go into the swimming pool that is the Northern Mariana Islands. So as we expand to places like Rota, or the more uncivilized, not unsophisticated, but just unmanned areas of the Northern Islands, yeah, we use Saipan to jumpstart that and to make the relationships that we need to make in order to guarantee the land, the safety that we can utilize in order to plant these roots, plant these seeds, and thrive in abundance. So again, if anyone's out there with some cash on hand, we have, I mean, not cash, but if you can send me some cash through PayPal, right now we have 10K, we're hoping to get 33K, someone has already pledged, and we're hoping to get someone else to fill in the gap for the rest of the way for this 100 plus fruit trees that are 20 plus or 15 to 20 plus years established for the next 20 years with a pending lease extension. And if not, we go to Rhoda. And the sister who has pledged 33K, give me another bowl. The sister who has pledged 33K is also okay with us utilizing that capital to Rhoda. So whatever comes our way, we are ready, we are excited. But for now, in case we have no more ability to work on this land, we're going to take these air layers and we're going to spread the love to our friends. So let's see. I think I'll do the one back there first. I took this one too early. Whoops. So yeah, again, Northern Mariana Islands. We're in the middle of Philippines, Korea, and Australia. We are the Hawaii of Asia. But again, because of Article 12, because the natives really own the land here, this place is protected and hasn't been ruined as much by the tourism and all the money. So this place is still a paradise, guys. And so we should get a lot of good people here and keep it that way. We should keep it a paradise. And because this place is small, we can really influence the politics and the lawmaking and all this. So we should make it so that every regenerative person can come into Saipan without a visa, as long as they show, that they are not degenerates, but they're regenerates, and they want to make this place prettier and more beautiful. We should have them come here, and we should put that into law, that you can come here if you're going to plant fruit, And in fact, we should plant so much fruit that there's fruit on the streets just littered. I mean, already with coconut, there's so much coconut here. No one could finish all the coconut on this island. But we should make that true for every other fruit, especially durian, Brazil nuts, and dates, which are not on Saipan. So if you guys can bring Brazil nuts, dates, and durian, I love you, huh? Please bring some of that onto the Northern Mariana Islands. But of course, abide by your local laws that the 3D system has given you, the inorganic system, huh? So yeah, that's the opportunity I see here, is a jumping board out of the 3D system. Because the Northern Islands, man, they're unmanned. The cows and the pigs are so wild, they'll attack you. That's how wild the land is there. So if even the domesticated animals are going to attack you, yeah, that means that place is free. No one's going to come and bother you. So on one of these Northern Islands, it could be entirely Anastasia people. Imagine that, entirely people that are on fruit, that are regenerating, that are planting trees, that are planting fruit, that can be a paradise island base for the new and free thinkers of our world. They're the Anastasia thinkers, huh? So let me shut my mouth for a second here and fill this air layer, so I don't fall off this tree while I'm talking. So yeah, I spit on the tree, I give it my DNA, I give it some moisture, I wrap moist soil around it, I try my best to not spill so much like I'm doing right now. But it's a tough angle here. Koreans would say 각이 잘 안 나오고 있어. 각도가, the angle is rough, rough angle. But you see, life is all about angles. That's why we have the word angels. The sun in the sky, because recently I chased away a Jehovah's Witness that came to my friend's house, because I was saying, do you know where your religion stems from? Do you know the root of your religion? Do you even know what you're preaching on that gospel book that you're holding? That's of the 12 disciples and the sun, the light of the world that gives us photosynthesis, or the ability for photosynthesis, so that we can synthesize its energy. Do you even know the Son of God that's going through the 12 months, the 12 seasons, and you're talking out of your ass, pretending like you're a witness? A witness for what? Dumbassery? The only moment you can witness is now, which is the moment Jehovah gives you, which is the symphony that's playing, which is nature, which is the only place we can plant the fruit, receive the fruit, and yeah, be fruitful and multiply. But again, if you're a Jehovah's Witness and you're preaching on top of your rooftop some doctrine that you're not even sure of, I mean, who are you trying to convince of what? Who are you trying to persuade? And so much persuasion has ended in bloodshed, to the fact that, to the end that all these religions are responsible for killing hundreds, if not millions of people. Religion is the #1 cause of death, folks. So let's stop doing this whole divide and conquer equation. That's an old equation. That's a 3-dimensional equation. Let's move on to unify and plant the damn fruit. Plant the damn seed, because there's nothing better to do. And if we don't have fruit in this world, you bet your life is going to be hell. Because fruit is the only thing that feeds us, but also heals us. And of course you can talk about the breatharian universe and the world beyond fruit. But for now, as you can see in those carnivore, omnivore, herbivore, frugivore diagrams, we are entirely a frugivore. There's nothing in our body that points to the fact, give me another soil ball. There's nothing, actually a little bit later, sorry. I jumped the gun. There's nothing in our body that suggests that we are not a frugivore. Nothing. The only thing is that we've been conditioned and so heavily educated otherwise that we think we should be eating a dead piece of ass. Bacon, pig ass, We've been educated and conditioned as such. I used to be a hunter. I used to, really eat lots of meat. I used to work out and eat the chicken breast and do all this. But now I realize, I've been doing something pointless my entire life. And that's why I've come over to fruit. Because fruit teaches me, fruit gives life, fruit heals me, fruit is the answer. And that's why, again, for those of you who are willing to escape the matrix and are US citizens, you have a perfect opportunity here to come help me out. Stop investing in your mortgage, your death gauge, and come and live debt-free in a paradise island where we can eventually go and make expedition forces onto other smaller islands where people are not even living, and have complete privacy and complete sovereignty. That's life. Right now, the way most of us are living, we don't even know the soil. We don't even know the tree. So who are we kidding, huh? Like, if you call yourself a preacher and you don't know about God's fruit and you're just eating trash the whole day, you are really, really disgracing not only yourself, but the Creator's will of being able to create you. And now you're yapping at the top of your mouth, calling yourself a Jehovah's Witness or whatever, and preaching the gospel that you don't even know about. That's talking about a science in the sky. So really, they should call all religions sky science. Okay? The happenings that happen above and that carry on below. But no, we are way too arrogant to admit that all this science is happening above our head and below our feet. Both of which these preachers and these Jehovah Witnesses and these Buddhists, all of which are completely oblivious to. The magic that's happening in the sky, the magic that's happening on earth, on the ground. Now please give me some more dirt. This is not enough. We need some more ground up in this tree, yeah? There we go, thank you. So yeah, our number one priority should be planting fruit, not only for ourselves, but for our ancestors, because they actually produced us. They gave us the opportunity to plant fruit and to make a paradise on the earth, but also for our children who will come after us, who will enjoy the fruits, who will have to work a matrix job less and less, you know, like someone like me who just cannot stand the matrix and can create a world outside of the matrix altogether that is a system that's based on love and non-governance, okay? A system based on freedom. Freedom is love, folks. They're the same thing. And they both come with a big sense of responsibility. Yeah, that's right. You know, some people want to run from responsibility. No. It is our responsibility to take care of the genetics on the earth. I need another string, or actually I have one right here. It's our responsibility to take care of the genetics on the earth. It's our responsibility to take care of the trees on the earth. It's our responsibility to take care of the animals, but also each other. And so much of our time is wasted on fighting with each other. You know, these stupid arguments and debates about nothing. You know, if you have all that free time, go plant a coconut tree. You know, do something useful with your life. And that's what you find me here doing today is, you know, fruit tree work, the fruit work. You know, be fruitful and multiply. In Genesis 1:29, eat that which has seed, you know. I'm focused in on now making this earth a prettier place. Not that it wasn't already pretty to begin with, but we're making it very disgusting with our greed and our, you know, both capitalism and communism, socialism, you know, both market control and no control, crony capitalism and socialism is ruining us because all we care about is products. And we don't care about our produce. You know, John Dye, I had an interview with him, right? He said, we're just consumers. We forgot how to produce. So now let's focus on producing on behalf of God. Again, I really believe all of us together, we are the arms of God. As you see in those paintings of Shiva or Vishnu or whatever, Brahma, in those multiple arms. We are those arms. We are the arms of God living out God's life. So, if you're going to live God's life, you think you should live it well? You think you should maybe add to the prosperity and the abundance? Maybe make one more for me, a skinny one this time. You think you should help others possibly? Because maybe helping others is helping yourself. Just maybe. Food for thought, huh? So I think we're just going to make a few more on this tree, and then we're going to go down and do some on a different tree, and then we're going to end the stream because, yeah, my phone's not even going to last it. Yeah, we're at 37%. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make maybe 2 more, maybe 3 more on this tree, and then we're going to go down to this chesa tree, which is basically like a egg fruit, very sweet, very kind of dryish. But yeah, it tastes like some people say eggnog. It's like a sweet kind of boiled egg. That's the consistency of it. But again, it's just very sweet, very delicious. It's like a date, but how do you say? It's like soft. It's not like chewy. Yeah.
How many?
Let's just do two more, I would say. So one skinny one, and I'll look for one more thick one. What a beautiful day to be doing this. Seriously, it just rained after a few days of not raining, so it's been really beautiful. And I love the smell after it rains. What?
String?
No more string? Well, there's string on the floor. No more, huh? All done?
Let me see.
Huh?
I think
No more, right?
no more.
Okay, then what we're gonna do is you're gonna go down. You're gonna pass me this ball of soil right now, just one, skinny one, the small one. And then why don't you go down and then toss up that string on the floor there. And then we'll move trees. After I do one more on this one right here. What's up?
soil.
What about soil? Just go down first and we'll figure everything out. Oh, I see some comments. What's up, Tracy? What's up, Messenger 49? Oh, Angela. Nice. Thank you, Angela. Angela actually really helped me out earlier. Oh, what's up, Frank? Yeah, Frank. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, someone went to sleep, or Angela went to sleep. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, speaking of the smells you love, Tracy, there's calamansi flowers opening right now, and holy crap, do they smell good. It's pretty unbelievable, actually. The calamansi flower smell. Yeah, Angela actually sent me 1,000, and that's really helping me with expenses right now. Like I was hitting rock bottom because again, I didn't know I was gonna leave this place. I thought, or I didn't know I was gonna have to buy this place before leave this place. You know, so since I was put on that ultimatum, yeah, Angela really helped me out. It's paying for some food and what is it? Just our basic needs. So thank you so much. And you know me, I'm only going to be planting more fruit and doing more good stuff. I'm not going to be wasting money, wasting time, wasting energy. I'm done with that life. Maybe I'll play a game of League of Legends once in a while here and there, Isaac. But other than that, no, I am no longer a time waster. Here, Inzu, hold this. I find that fruit is the only thing worth my time. Oh, good idea. Good idea. I just need maybe two though. Okay. Bring it down and adjust the angle and do what you gotta do, camera woman. Oh, Inzu, plug in the battery right now. Oh, way too small. Way too little dirt. We need more dirt. Okay, I'm coming down now. Is the angle good? Are you getting everything on the camera?
I think so.
I know you're a novice, but so back up a little bit so you don't get my butthole. So, some people ask, how did you learn to climb the tree? I just started doing it, because I had no other choice but to go up some trees to either get mangoes in Mexico or coconuts in Saipan. So, I just started doing it. And again, I said this before, I'll say it again, I really encourage barefoot on the tree. Because if you climb the tree barefoot, then you can climb the tree anytime. But if you climb with a certain pair of shoes that you're only comfortable with climbing with those pair of shoes, if you don't have those shoes, you won't climb. So let's move on, shall we? You have some more string in there? You put the rest of the string in here, right? That was on the ground?
Here. 2 more.
Okay.
3 more.
Okay. I think we just do the chest and we're done for today. So I'm the kind of guy that wants to do all the work in one day, but I realize sometimes you can't do that somehow. But if a bunch of children of God get together, there's so much we can accomplish so quickly. So, well, Isaac, you're gonna follow me or what? I wonder what this tree Henry brought is. This is mulberry or something?
It's not mulberry.
Well, come on then. What, barefoot?
신발 안
You wanna
그랬어.
go get your shoes? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We have here one of the best views in Saipan. Help us secure this land before mango season. We have lots of mango trees. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Okay, as Insik makes her way back over here. This is not even the best view. This is the midway down the land here. On the top of the land, even better view. So, So we're approaching another calamansi grouping. We have probably over 20 calamansi trees. And most of the trees have at least 100 fruit on each. So calamansi is like lemon or lime. I wouldn't eat it only for a long time. I don't really believe in these lemon fasts and all this. I know you can do really great things with a lemon fast, but I don't think you should be taking that much acid all the time. Even though it's astringent and all, I think a watermelon fast makes a lot more sense, or a Chico fast, or a star apple fast, or even a tangerine fast makes more sense than a calamansi lemon or lime fast. But lime, lemon, and calamansi, it's very vitamin C dense, I'm guessing, from that sourness. And sourness is really good for you, or that bitterness, And so, yeah, it's not completely a bad thing, but some medicines, if taken too much, become poison. Actually, most medicines are poison. If you guys don't know, most herbs, actually, because they're poisoning you in a certain sense, and that's causing detoxification. So, a lot of medicines are actually poison, believe it or not. So you can maybe show around the cooking banana that we're walking by. And maybe since we're walking by, we show them the jackfruits that's on this tree. Let me do a little tirade here, a little monologue here. So, folks, this is why we must safeguard this land for the Avatar race, huh? Check it out. Let's just start counting the ones I can see. How many jackfruit are on this tree? Let's play a little game, shall we? This is why we need to safeguard this land. We have 1 jackfruit, 2 jackfruit, 3 jackfruit, 4 jackfruit, 5 jackfruit, 6 jackfruit. That's our one side branch. 6 jackfruit, okay? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. By the way, I dropped 2, so we'll add 15, and we ate 1, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 21 jackfruit on the lower part. There's like 5 more there. There's like 5 more there. There's like 5 more there. Oh my God, it's at least 30, maybe even 40, guys. And these are the kinds of trees that are on this land. And we're just gonna miss this land for the price of an overpriced US house. An overpriced US house is how much this opportunity on a land that's not Hawaii, that's not Guam, that is Saipan, that's protected by Article 12, and the tourists haven't wrecked it yet. So please come here, invest, and help me make actually donate and help me make a Anastasia Center, which I will be the executor of, the executive of. You know, I'll run the show, but you guys will be the show. You know, I want to be doing other side projects, and then once in a while I come and mitigate conflicts. But other than that, man, this is a perfect place for people who are really regenerative to come and learn, to come and eat, to come and heal. And again, donation based. I'm looking for donations to safeguard this land, and I'm also want to make something that we can, a center here with different huts and all, where we can bring people in to heal them donation based with raw food. Man, do you know any animal that doesn't eat raw food in nature? We're the only animal, I'm guilty, judge. We're the only animal that decides to cook up a meal and burn all the nutrients out of it and degenerate. Okay, if you're sick, do not eat cooked food. Eat this. Eat this magic on this tree. That's what you got to be eating. This is what even to go and climb it, or it'll drop too, but even to go and climb it, you get healthy. In so many ways, these trees keep us healthy. We have a tamarind tree over here. We have a star apple tree over here that's covered in shadows. I don't know how good that's going to do. But if the tamarind tree or maybe the jackfruit falls over, that's another opportunity for another tree, huh? For the star apple tree, huh? So we're going down here. We're going to go to the side to go see the chesa, but we're going to first, again, say hi to the, a wild duckish looking bird just flew away. But we're gonna go see the avatar tree. Hello, avatar tree. And again, I made a video on this earlier, but this tree fell right around the time where the leasers of the property right now were telling me that I can't have my friends here. You know, that I can't. That now I'm no longer an owner and I'm just a worker. And this is why, again, I'm asking you guys to help me protect this land, protect this avatar tree, protect the 10 to 20 year plus established fruits, because man, the opportunity here is unmatched. And here, I'm even gonna climb. Hey, Trunk and Nunu. Hope you're doing good, Grandma, Grandpa. But I'm right now on top of one of the fallen branches. You can see the branch here fell from this huge thing up there. But as if a judge laying down the hammer, but of course not one of these kangaroo court judges, but a real judge, made the decision. It's about time for change. It's about time for the avatar to take care of this land. It's about time for the regenerated folks to come together, to put their resources, put their brains, put their work ethic, put their character into a movement that is going to regenerate the earth, that's going to regenerate the soil, that's going to regenerate the trees, and stop degenerating like a bunch of degenerates. Stop eating things we weren't meant to eat. Stop doing things we weren't meant to do, and start to return to nature and make some distance from money. Not that money is the root of all disease or the root of all evil, but man, right now it's pretty damn close. So we're gonna go do this Chesa thing. I think I just got a spurt of energy from the avatar tree. Here, I'm gonna have you hold the camera again while I hold this heavy stuff. Here. I mean, isn't it just beautiful here, guys? Even when it's overgrown and not bush cut. Oh, you're stepping on the pole. Even when it's overgrown and not bush cut, it just looks amazing out here. It looks like we're walking in some RPG game, but it's not a game, it's real life, and it's amazing. So help us. So, here is the Chesa. And now I gotta figure out. Wait, is this the Chesa? Yeah, the soursop has a very, I don't know how to say, bright taste to it, or smell to it. And the Chesa looks similar to the leaves, but doesn't have that bright flavor. So we're gonna figure out which branches to air layer here. I can't seem to find any good ones. Oh, actually the ones in the back here are very doable, I think. Yeah, I think these are the ones to do. Maybe this one if I can get up on something. Yeah, I think this big tall one up here I'm gonna do. And then maybe 3 over here. 1, 2, 3. And the ones they cut. So we'll see how that works. I'm gonna make my cuts first. I think we have 4 strings at least, right?
Mm.
So let's do the easy ones first. Maybe I'll leave this small one. Well, actually, that one's coming down, so maybe I shouldn't take that one. So this one for sure. And again, when you make air layers, you want to choose the tree that has already fruited, because then the fruits will come out quick. Same goes for like dragon fruit, I've heard too, recently from a Thai lady named Mel. Or I call her Mewa, which is Mel. Yeah, okay. Or I call her Mewa, which is spicy in Korean.
Mel.
Yeah, so Mewa,
Oh.
Mewa, spicy lady, said that even the dragon fruit, you gotta take the dragon fruit that's already fruiting. No use if you take something that's not fruiting. So same philosophy when I'm doing air layers. I do not touch trees with air layers if they do not already fruit.
We have 3 strings.
Huh?
3 strings.
What?
3 strings.
We have only 3?
Mm.
Okay. That means after those 3, we will be ending the stream. Maybe we'll pick some Chico, but other than that, we'll end the stream after. So maybe this will be a 2-hour stream. Thank you, Intuk, again. I can't stream alone unless I'm staying still. And when I stay still, man, I get some good downloads. So those streams are nice too, though. Why don't you point the camera at the sun a little bit? Lots of mucus coming out, guys. That's the great thing about living in nature. And eventually there's probably not enough mucus to come out because you're so healthy in nature, huh? So I took off that initial layer, that initial bark. Now I'm scratching the layer inside, just in case. And you know, I really could be doing this all wrong, so maybe in a month we'll see that nothing worked, but we're still trying. We're still doing. Because we have hope for a brighter tomorrow. In fact, there's so much hope, I can just live for today. I don't really have to live for tomorrow. But in living fully for today, I live for tomorrow as well, huh? So let's see. Oh, we didn't bring the dirt? Oh, I did bring the dirt.
You did.
It's back there, huh? Panther, what do you
Oh no, Lucky is here.
Oh, Lucky. Oh, hey, Lucky. Hey, Papa Baby. Hey, Puppy Baby. Hi. Hi. Did you eat another rat? You're really fat. Is it because of a rat that you're fat? You're not a fat cat, you're a fat dog. Hmm? Hmm? So this little puppy used to bite me when I first caught it. It was biting the crap out of me because it was like, who the hell are you? And then after 3 hours of holding it with a towel over its head, now it does not bite me. And it sees me as its father or mother or whatever, parent. So I don't know if he's lucky, I don't know if I'm lucky. But either way, see the animals here, they live a life of beauty because again, there's no trash around here that they can go and search in. You know, there's no other animals that they can fight. You know, all they have here is nature. So obviously they're going to be very natural. So any animals, like for instance, we have a rule, don't bring your trash in here. Don't bring your dog food in here. Don't bring your cat food in here. These little babies, they eat 100% from nature, okay? So this one actually, when it first came, which was like maybe a month ago, it wasn't that healthy. Still, it has some skin problems, but obviously with nature long enough, it will clear up. So I'm a lucky guy for having Lucky, and Lucky's a lucky guy for having me, or lucky puppy, yeah? Hey, Lucky. Yeah, you're such a pretty dog. You're such a pretty dog. I spoil you because you're my only boy. Yeah. The cats are all girls, the dogs are all girls, so I get to spoil you. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll get back to earlier. Well, this one does have a lot of fleas, but I don't care because the fleas don't like me because I'm already healed. So, well, not totally, but a lot, you know. Yeah, we're not going to use any of that. Oh, this was already one with dirt in it, huh? Yeah, we're not going to use any of that flea medicine. We're not going to use any of that trash that society puts. That's a short-term solution for a long-term problem. What we're going to do is we're going to slowly heal with nature. That's the only way to truly heal at a fundamental core level is with nature. You can heal the edge of things, the surface of things. You can make things look pretty and look nice. But I'm not concerned with only looking pretty and looking nice, okay? That's why the inside, right, what's happening on the inside, the lymphatic stagnation, the lymphatic waste buildup, metabolitic waste buildup on the inside needs to be resolved before we try to look for superficial surface level solutions. maybe too much dirt, but this one's very thick and it has 3 whole new branches coming out. So I'm gonna try to do a thick one for this one. So again, I've traveled the world. I've gone to Mexico. I grew up in Korea. I've been in Chicago. And my conclusion is I love tropical places. And for a US citizen, I think Saipan, the Northern Mariana Islands, is probably the best opportunity, the least known opportunity. And right now it's very cheap to get into places here, especially like the one I'm offering you guys. So for an American home that's degenerating in the suburbs, you could have hundreds of fruit trees, you know, meeting new people every day, healing new people every day, and just living the life. So come join me, no? I forgot to spit. Okay, so string. This one's very thick. So I hold it as such. I twist it in the same direction, or to kind of cover it. Yeah, I'm gonna need more string for this one. One more string, please, Insuk. Only one more? So yeah, I have one string on the top here and one string on the bottom. One is not going to be enough. I'm going to do the top one first, actually. Let's go around the middle. Actually, I'm going to do the top one last. I changed my mind. So here's our bottom tie. This is probably one of the thickest air layers we've done. I love it. It's looking good. Lots of soil in there. Lots of chance for survival. Huh?
Used up 10 giga.
Oh, I used it up? Wow, this is why we need unlimited data. So thank you, Angela, because again, with your contribution, we're going to be able to do fast internet to do more of these streams. But I've already used $15 worth of internet in this one stream. Imagine that. Jeez, they make internet so expensive. So yeah, I think I'm going to go and switch over to that unlimited plan maybe next month just to make it worth it for paying this damn freaking $15. Yeah, we're gonna do. I'm gonna pay for 2 gigs more, or maybe 5 gigs, and then. Here, one sec. And then we'll go pick some. Yeah, how freaking here, hold this. How freaking horrible is that? That they make internet so expensive. Man, the internet, it's this camera. Yeah, that back camera. The internet was developed by the US military and should be free for the entire world. I mean, so-called Elon Musk is developing so-called or whatever and has all this internet up on the freaking sky, yet we still have slow internet? And it's the 21st freaking century? Where is my personal UFO? You gotta be kidding me. We had so many technologies in the past, and now they're just slowly rolling up technologies now. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Am I right? Yeah, right. They need to release the technology that we deserve now, instantly, and end this world wars constantly going on for oil. Give me a break. You know, invading Arabian countries for their oil. Really? We're doing 9/11 and all this for oil? Really? We're going into Vietnam for stupid reasons? Really? We're still battling over religion? Really? They're still battling over political beliefs. Really? Are you serious? Man, if everyone was in their backyard planting fruit trees, we wouldn't need to participate in all this cacophony chaos, you know? If everyone was doing what I'm doing right now, right? Or even better, planting seeds and not air layering. If everyone was planting seeds, not only for their ancestors that have put them on the earth, but for the children that they will put on the earth in the future, if everyone would just know the tree, love the tree, plant the tree, take care of the tree, maybe life would treat us nicely. So I'm almost done with this cutting. Another thick one. Much easier to do this standing than on a tree. But on a tree, it's much more zen. I always tell people, my only yoga, my only exercise is tree climbing, is zen, is tree zen. That's the only zen I do, is tree zen, okay? And comedy zen, you know? I do that one all the time. Get her lubed up. Excuse my profanity. My profanity. My French. I always thought that was so hilarious when people say, like, when they're swearing, excuse my French. It's like, what about the French people who speak French? You know? Hot damn. But you guys must realize that a lot of times the lesser civilized people are much more regenerative. You know, not all the time, but a lot of the times when we introduce technology and we introduce silverware, you know, when we become more civilized, we actually become more barbaric. The only reason why we need silverware is because we're so far from fruit. You understand that? You know, the only reason why we need forks, spoons, knives, and fucking chopsticks is because we're not eating the fruit enough. We're eating this dead carcass that we don't even have the teeth to eat, so we have to cook it till it's completely gone, nutrient-wise, because raw meat is actually better for you. But we cook the crap out of it. We put so much salt, we dehydrate the cells, and then we just, you know, we put all this flavoring on something that doesn't even taste good, in order for us to use this silverware with civilized table manners to sit down and, don't put your elbows on the table. Are you kidding me? You can't put your elbows on the table. What the hell? Okay, but we think we're so sophisticated and civilized, yet we're not regenerative enough to plant a damn fruit tree. Are you kidding me? Eat a fruit. Try to eat a mango in a civilized fashion. It's basically impossible unless you cut it in half and do the little slices and all that. But you could just go, that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to like spill all over yourself, put all those good alkaline juices all over the body, free lotion, two birds, one stone. Where's the string? Wow, this one looks really good. It's very thick and nice and dandy. We need some more string though. Dandy handy, my name's Andy, Handy Andy. Real fine and dandy. Okay. I hate to be so humble, but I think I'm like the funniest person on earth. Excuse my lack of humility, folks. All right, let's go pick some chico. I think that's good enough. So that's the last Yeah, bring the battery up. So yeah, this is oh yes, Tracy. Let's see. You've been commenting. I'm sorry. It looks like you've had a long day, huh? Yes, fresh veg. That's the one. Fresh fruit. That's the one. Yeah, no elbow. Yeah, put your feet on the table. Exactly. The table is for the feet. Huh? The fruit is supposed to be in the hands, not the table, huh? So yeah, that's our last one for today. We're gonna head over and pick some chico, show you the process of that. More tree climbing. I think we leave this stuff here. Or no, let's take it out so it's not so Chesa obvious, you know? But yeah. So, yeah, no, I mean, about this putting the feet on the table, Tracy, you know, we should really be more laid back. We should care more about things that matter and care less about the things that don't matter, like table manners, or like money, or like stress, or like fear, or like all these things that we waste our time on stupid TV shows and all this, you know, degenerative stuff. Yeah, but I'm just leaving the stuff here. You know, we should focus more on the things that matter, like family, like love, like fruit trees, like communing with trees, communing with nature. Man, if we stopped wasting our time, we would be so well off. The human race, seriously. So, making our way to the Chico. Passing a bunch of soursops on the way, which I am also going to make air layers of. I still need to make air layers of tangerines. I want to give my friend some tangerines, more tangerines. I think I'll make more layers of Chico. Oh, you just hit my pee-pee. More layers of Chico. Air layers of Chico I think will be good too, but yeah, so check out this. This is our, you know, Chico line. So starting from here, 1, 2, this is a small one. So I'll count that as nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 huge Chico trees. And like, there's so many on these trees, guys. It's insane. And how did this happen? Because I cut all this jungle next to it so that the light could penetrate and come in and light up these trees with Chico. None of which was being done because this land is being heavily underutilized because a guy like me has only come recently and wants to stay. So help me stay. As Inzuk picks a Chico. But you know, I don't think these Chico are ready. I think I picked it too recently. Don't you think, Inzuk? Oh, shite. A Shiza. Are those ready, you think? Yeah. Okay.
It's so heavy.
So heavy? Yeah, put it down then. And look at this, since we don't weed whack over here, everything's just baby Chico down here. So anyone could just come in here and mine up a baby Chico, although it could be disabled because if you cut the tap root, it's basically the same thing as getting an air layer. It's just slower. So it's better to start things off from seed, really, from the fruit. So what are you doing? Oh, a bag for the Chico.
We didn't bring the bag.
Yeah, here. Do that later and let me pick. Because we don't have gigabytes for internet and we don't have battery. So that's the more important one. Too small, no? Right?
Next one.
Back over there?
Mm.
And maybe up here.
Up.
I picked a lot already.
Way
yeah.
up.
Yeah, way up. Well, let's go back this way. Yeah, I think this one, just from the color, I think it's ready. Maybe the one on top, these two on top already. Yeah, so this is a special Chico variety. This is the long Chico. It's like a football shape. Some people say it's sweeter. Inza, why don't you just show me, huh? I have it in my hand, huh? It's like a potato. Very sweet fruit. They call it the brown sugar fruit. It's so sweet. So why don't we safeguard this land that has at least 20 frickin' Chico trees, which at least 10 of them are fruiting like crazy? Why don't we safeguard this land for these Chico trees? Literally, this is the Chico land. We should call this the Chico land. So help me buy up the Chico land in Canatabla. We still need, if the sister that pledged 33K pulls through, we still need, let's see, how much is that? 120K. And again, that's less than an overpriced American household for endless Chico for 20 years plus a lease extension, okay? Let me pick some more. This one? No, not yet.
Yes.
I think this one, the color looks better. Oh, that one. And thank you, Henry, for setting up this picker. Now I can pick things that are really high. But you know what? For the show, let's go up this tree and start picking. This is what I usually do. This is my favorite spot right here. Actually, let me show you guys some machete work. Very much like Taekwondo. I'm always like covering my, like I'm about to get hit. So this tree is Tangan, also known as Indonesian koa. The reason why we're chopping it down is because it's stealing light from the Chico tree. So, you know, death gives life. You know, a lot of times, life gives death. So. You know what we need? Electric chainsaw. Because with an electric chainsaw, we don't need so much petrol spilling everywhere. We still need some oil for the blade, but then we could use up the energy we're getting from solar because we have some leftover energy that's going to waste. So. Let's do it. There we go. That's more light for the Chico. And more light for the Chico means more Chico for me and you. That's the best equation. More light for the Chico. Give more of the energy of the Son of God, the light of the world, our Savior, to get on these fruit to get inside of us. And once the Son of God, the light, the photosynthesis gets inside of us, we can heal and we can feel light and climb these trees, and regenerate and stop being such a degenerate. You know, the politicians of the world, they should be forced to be able to climb trees. If you can't climb a tree, how can you be a politician? If you can't climb a tree, how can you be a freaking religious man? You're not religious if you don't know the soil. You're not religious if you can't climb the tree. If you're old, I'll give you an exception. But if you haven't climbed trees in your life, how can you guide people? You can't even guide the tree. Okay? So at least be able to climb the tree before you tell people what to do. Huh? So I say, Insuk, you go back up there and you get a better angle. And I'll talk less. Yeah, a little bit higher maybe. Maybe even go back up there. Wow, I found a big one. Not this one, the next one I'm going to take is a big one. Oh, in my shoe. You see, the people who climb the tree don't understand why people do yoga. Why waste your time if you're already doing the yoga out in nature? And this is, right here, the amount of intelligence that it goes in to pick, not only pick the fruit, but to create the fruit, to watch the fruit grow. Man, there is so much learning opportunity in nature. Why are we staying in societies where we need police because we're living like animals? Why are we staying in societies where we need to go to school, where we learn nothing relevant to our lives? Why don't we come out here in nature and pick the fruit, heal with the fruit, eat the fruit, and learn things that actually matter? If we learn things that actually matter in our daily living, we will regenerate as a human race. We will go places and stop again doing this whole rat race. Are you tired of living like a rat? Well, why don't you come here and help me pick some fruit? Why don't you help me lock this property down? Why don't you help the human race? Why don't you help your siblings, your brothers and sisters of God, to regenerate, heal, and learn from nature? That's the only thing left to do, folks. I'm going to scream at the top of my roof, at the top of my lungs, that the only thing that we have left to do is regenerate in nature, is help nature grow, which is our purpose on the earth. The only thing AI cannot do is what we can do with trees, okay? AI can do everything you do and better. So stop competing with an inorganic system. We are organic people. So it's about time we start playing the organic game, which is picking Chico and enjoying life. And maybe smoking a little bit of Pacalolo, which is marijuana in Chamorro, by the way. Look at how big this one. Let's show these guys. Oh my God! Look at. Can you hold it in your hand and just show it to scale how big this thing is in your hand? This is a tropical. Ah, you dropped it. You probably poked a hole in it, Inzuk. God damn it! Damn it, Inzuk! You ruined it. But that's a tropical persimmon, basically. Chico zapote. Zapote is a persimmon class. And it's delicious and absolutely amazing, especially when Inzuk doesn't drop it. When it's right in front of her. Oh, I dropped one this time. I don't want to drop that. That's a massive one. Yeah, I came here picking at night the other day, or the other night. So I'm seeing a lot of ones I didn't see that were behind the leaves that my flashlight couldn't pick up. So this is nice to pick at daytime and not night like an owl. Check that out. That's just one part of this tree. I mean, give me a break. So nice thing about picking them a little bit early, if you pick them right on time, it's the best. But chances are the rat or the bird is going to get to it first. And the nice thing about picking early is that the nice thing about picking Inzuk, I'm talking right now. The nice thing about picking early is that even if you drop them, they won't damage as much. If you drop them while they're almost ripe, they will damage a lot. So those are the good things about picking slightly early and preparing them and kind of letting them ripen. Here, now you can point at Sosa. So Sosa is our biggest dog, and most people think she's too skinny, but guess what, folks? In nature, wolves and foxes are skinny. They're athletic. Our idea of dogs, our idea of humans is fat, unhealthy, unathletic, overfed, and not doing anything in nature. Sosa is my best hunter, and she's my best hunter because she is athletic and not fat like the typical American, huh? Right, Sosa? Look at Sosa. Look at those eyes. Sosa! Sosa! Yeah. And that's another big problem, folks. If you can get a little bit closer, because this is important, Insu, is a bunch of our society, they eat so much that they cannot think. They're so full of shit, all that comes out of their mouths is shit. Why? Because they're eating so much shit. Okay, we shouldn't be eating so much. The nice thing about fruit, it passes very quickly. It absorbs very quickly. So it doesn't leave so much shit in the body. So you're not completely thinking of shit and thinking, and feeling shit, feeling like shit, and talking shit all the time, right? Instead, because you're putting good things in your body, good things come out of the body, good things come out of the mind, maybe a little bit higher into good things come out of the mouth. So we need to reevaluate this overeating culture. Okay, not that we should be under-eating. No, you can eat as much fruit as you want. But if you're eating grains, right, that have lectins in them, and at the same time have, in large quantities, this, I forgot, it's not gluten, but it's like another offshoot of it, glutathione or something. Man, that's a neurotoxin. Most of us are eating loads of neurotoxins every day, which is why we're being rendered as crazy. And if I show you a dog that's healthy, you think it's unhealthy because you're so convinced of eating as if you are a fat, as if you're not eating anything that's worthwhile. And actually, Charlie taught me this too. A lot of people, when they're fat, they're actually starved. Isn't that such a huge, it sounds like a huge contradiction, but all that fat that's being stored is waste. That's not good nutrition, it's waste, because good nutrition has already passed and has already gone into the cells. What's being stored is the leftover trash, the leftover mucus, the leftover metabolic waste that your body has not dealt with. So, really, fat people are starved. A healthy person doesn't need to be fat to get enough nutrition. So in the same way with our animals, with the people, man, being fat does not mean healthy. In fact, just being 5% overweight is immense stress on the veins, the arteries. Look, I always tell people, if I don't eat a natural diet, are you hungry? If I don't eat a natural diet, I cannot go up these trees. I cannot go up the coconut tree because I would be too unhealthy to do it. I would be so unhealthy that I wouldn't be comfortable going up the tree. So in order to go up the tree, I must be healthy in the mind. And to be healthy in the mind psychologically, I must take in that which is healthy code. And that's what these dogs, that's what these trees, that's what these human beings here are going to be doing and will do for the rest of time immemorial, is the people that associate with us, the animals that associate with us, the trees that associate with us, will be 100% natural. Because only nature can take away problems, and we're done with problems. So I'm gonna pick some more Chico here. I was actually hooked on a big one while I was talking. That's hilarious. Oh, come on. So always when you work, try to twist. When you twist things, things become a lot stronger. Like for instance, screws, they twist. So they have a centripetal hold in things. When you tie wires, you have to twist. Twisting has a lot of energy in it. Energy manifests in a twirl, in a twist, in a vine, in a twining. Red and blue, it's always a twin. That's where we get the word two. So TW, twist. So are you getting tired, Insuk? Your belly hurts? From eating cucumber that possibly has pesticides from a Chinese person, or what? Is that why, or what? Yeah, the Chinese here, I love Chinese people, but the Chinese in Saipan tend to use pesticides on their veggies, so you gotta watch out for that. Right, Insuk? Is there any ripe ones that I can pick from here, Insuk, that you see? No, right? Yeah, even when I'm picking, I'm twisting, because twisting gives me the angle, or the, how do you say, the adequate amount of power to get these chicos off the tree. I just farted. And yeah, so we're so civilized that we can't fart. I mean, give me a break. You're supposed to get the waste out of your body. You want to keep the waste in your body and not fart and not burp because you're civilized? That's not civilized, okay? This civilization is rendering your insides smelly and useless. So when you come and listen to Korean Tarzan, he tells you, burp, fart, get the crap out of your body and stop putting crap in the body. Burp, fart, and most important thing, laugh. If you laugh, you will live long. I swear, I tell you. I haven't lived long, but I know. If you laugh, you will live long. Whoops. Drop me too. How far can I get up this tree while being safe is the question. See, that's why trees teach you trust. Tree, trust, right? The tree is the trust. I trust the tree trusts me. And at the same time, it teaches me intellect, right? Because I have to know how to climb it. So I'm constantly computing Fibonacci sequences, right? I think the camera is way too low, Yusuf. Can you tilt it a little bit higher? I need a new cameraman. I don't want to be leaning back on this tree any more than I have to. This is it's a fairly new branch. And look, can you point the camera down at the beetle nut shells? So you see this beetle nut shell over here? Well, hey, Inzo, actually put this shell on top of this shell. Put it on top. Does that stand really have to be that long right now? Anyhow, point the camera at the shells. You see? Now it won't crack when it first drops. Another great use for the beetle nut shell. Or the, yeah, whatever it's called. So folks, I'm really convinced 100% that the real technology is organic technology. It's how to use the coconut tree, how to pick the fruits more accurately, more better. The real technology is how to be an organic human being. The fake technology is this. The fake technology is, oh, which emojis should I send? Oh, I'm gonna keep up my Snapchat streaks. How lifeless do you have to be to keep up Snapchat streaks? Oh my God, these days kids, man, you need to get off your devices and start picking some Chico. Start picking some mango. Start picking some coconut and you'll learn a thing or two, I swear, and you won't keep degenerating. So please, enough technology. Let's start focusing on the organic technology. That's the most important thing, which I could do a whole video on. Organic technology is the most technologically advanced time immemorial skills that anyone could be practicing. Typing my stupid little message on my 2D phone is not worth my time. If we're going to use technology, use your computer. Way more inputs on a computer than a phone. This teaches me patience. This teaches me time. It teaches me that the tree must take, light, soil, water, energy. And in that patience, I have to wait and, look for other food. And when it's ready, I have to come. As a patient man, not hurting myself, not hurting the tree, and pick all this fruit this tree is giving me, huh? few more here. Now that I'm not talking, I say you scoot back and get a higher angle again. Yeah, go way up there. Get a wide angle. Show them all these chico trees. And me in the middle picking them. Is that as high as you can go into? I think I've picked most of the good sized ones on this side. Everything else I think I want to give a little more time. I don't want to rush the tree too much. Because I wouldn't want anyone to rush me. I'm a cow, so I like to move nice and slow and take my time, huh? No, but I'm a dragon cow, you know, Chinese year too, so I do like to move quick sometimes, not gonna lie. But in my speed, I'm steady, and in my steadiness, I'm speedy. Here, why don't we show them shy? Why don't we show them our directing poop eater? Hi, Shy. Hi, girl. Hi. Hi, poop eater. Hi, little poop eater. Yeah, you just like eating poop. Hmm? You just love eating the poop. Yeah. You just love eating the poop. Yeah, poop eater. Yeah, poop eater. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I love this one. I think this was our first dog. Yeah, Shy. Inzuk's like, we have to take her back. She's so sad. She just left her family and she's so sad. We have to take her back. This is so mean. And then like a weekend, Shy's like the best dog ever and just loves me so much. And I'm like, Inzuk, how could you ever promise to Shai that you were gonna send her away? She's my Shai, so you better not pick her away from me, my Shai. Also a reason why we have to continue something on Saipan, because it's gonna be hard taking these guys to Rhoda. But if we can, we'll take them to Rhoda too. But for now, you guys are Saipan dogs, right? Right, Shai? Where's Sosa? Usually Sosa gets jealous, but whatever. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay, let's pick some more Chico. So help us save this piece of heaven where you're with the people you love, you're with the fruits you love, you're with the animals you love, you're with the trees you love, you're with the wind you love. Man, I love this place. Help me save this place from the greed of capitalism and communism, or whatever they make up. It's all the same thing. The same Bolshevists. Oh, I shouldn't go into that, or else my YouTube channel is going to be taken down. The same group of people, the common enemy, huh? And guess what, guys? If we plant many fruit trees and eat a lot of fruit, our common enemy will have no power over us. The only reason why our common enemy is so powerful is because nobody's eating fruit, nobody's planting fruit, and everyone cares about money. Okay? Love or money cannot buy love. Okay? Love is free from money. So let's start loving. Let's start planting. Let's start regenerating. Let's start healing, huh? But for now, we do need some money to buy this land, so I will admit that. Or lease the land, to be more accurate. But again, I know the family that is leasing the land to the current leasers right now. So even when the lease is over, we have some good friends. Huh? Yeah, I think that's it for today, Insuk, because I don't really see more Chico. Well, I do, but they're kind of in the middle size, not ripe size. But man, there's a lot of Chico on the trees now that I've cut down everything around it. Holy crap. Man, Inzu, come here. Come here. Give me the camera. But this is it, guys. This is what I'm doing all of this for. Check out this baby Chico's coming out. This is what really gives me happiness here. Here, let me show you. Oh my God, the phone's only 12%. So, Inzu, can you see it too? Up above, all those baby Chico coming out. Wow. Oh my gosh. Just wow. I can see at least 30, maybe more like 60 little baby Chico coming out at the top of the tree. Because now the tree has so much light. has so much energy. So, oh, here's the light. So, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. We're already past 2 hours. My God, that was the longest live I've ever done. Or actually, besides the Charlie ones, the longest live I've ever done by myself. But yeah, that's the point of today's live is let's get back out into nature, you know? I'll do some more lives like this so I can show you guys what that looks like. But yeah, again, for those of you who haven't heard, who don't know, we're on a land with 20 years left on the lease. Right now, we're gonna leave the land if we can't buy out the lease, because we want our work to be not surrounded by greed, and our work to be amongst those who really can fully utilize the land and really are humble and are compassionate enough to utilize this land. And if not, we'll go find some other land. And so if you or if you guys know anybody that's willing to come into a land like this, and again, if I juxtapose it with the average American household where you're paying at least $1,000 a month, whether it's and that doesn't even include groceries and all the miscellaneous costs. Here, for 20 years, if we get this deal for $150,000, and then obviously there's a pending lease extension, but for 20 years, if we divide that up, it comes out to less than $1,000 a month, and we could be at least feeding maybe 20 people easily with the coconuts and the tangerines and the chico that come out from here, and the star fruit when they fruit, man. So what that means really is that even if like 10 people came in here with $10,000 each, actually we would need 12 people. If 12 people came in here with $10,000 each, which is less than $1,000 a month, that's $100 a month, right? Maybe even lesser than that, maybe $90 or $80 a month. We would be set here. And so we would have this 2 hectare, a little bit less than 2 hectare land full of fruit trees, and even more land that, 3/4 of the land have not even been planted, So full of fruit trees that are established like these huge chicos behind me, at least 6 of them right in front of me, 6 more up there that are fruiting like crazy as well. They're a little bit shorter. Covered in jungle. We have yams here, we have lime, we have calamansi, we have, obviously coconuts around the whole border. We have rose apples, we have Suriname cherries. I mean, the works, soursop everywhere. This is the kind of land that I think would be the ideal land to develop some kind of a healing center and an anesthesia awareness center. And then also a place where we can get ready to take the seeds and the plants and the air layers to other lands, eventually other more exotic islands. And by the time the lease is up, by the time we have the option of extending or not extending, we'll already have so many other plans in action, so many other Northern Mariana Islands in action, that we will have established communities that are regenerative, that are focused on fruit farming, that we will create Eden on Earth, starting from the Northern Mariana Islands and everywhere else, of course. So if you guys can spare, help the Korean Tarzan out, because Korean Tarzan will have to find a new home if we don't lock down this one with at least 100 established fruit trees on it. So with that, I love you guys. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. Inzuk brought over a pumpkin, so I think I'll even make some pumpkin curry. Yeah, I'm looking forward to how things play out, but no attachment. I'll be happy wherever I go, as long as I have a machete, as long as I have a coconut tree. I'm set and ready. So ready machete. Oh my gosh, he just found a soursop that fell. Check that out. You already ate some? Or no, a rat ate some maybe. But let me eat some at the end of the stream here, just for the comedic value. So this is a soursop that we don't even know the whereabouts of this tree, and she just found one off the floor. Okay, so you can't just find one off the floor in the city, huh? Pure yogurt. Looks like a dinosaur egg. Pure yogurt. I don't even like soursop that much, but this one is so good. Wow. Inzuk, here, half. Wow. Yeah, Inzuk really likes soursop, so I'll give her most of it. Ooh. There you go. Come share the fruits with the birds here. I promise. You won't regret it. All right, we'll see you soon.